welcome back to my channel. It's your Divine Soul Sister here, and I'm not doing a check-in today. Today, I'm doing a special full moon reading for the collective, and it's actually a pick a card. So I'm not on my webcam. It's been acting kind of strange, so I'm going to have to use my laptop and tilt it. But I want you to select from the three stacks a card, and then I'm going to provide you all with an intuitive reading from each deck. Um, I appreciate your presence on the channel. Appreciate you rocking with me. Hopefully, what is shared will resonate. I did not read anything prior to this. I just felt inclined tonight to do a little pick a card reading for the channel for tomorrow. I'm actually recording this on the full moon eve. But I feel it's important for me to continue to divine. And so I take it very serious. I take this very serious, but I'm excited to see what Spirit has for us because, again, I haven't looked at anything. So I'm going to go ahead and tilt. And what I want you to do is to take a deep breath and select from the deck. So this is deck number 1, deck number 2, deck number 3. You can pause the video, just give you a chance, or you may do like me. I fly by the seat of my pants. I just go with my first mind, and my first mind is always right and correct. So let's get into this reading. Let's see. So deck number 1. Okay. And these readings are going to include an affirmation, a spirit animal, some crystals, an element that would be beneficial, as well as an herb in addition to the reading. So the tarot card for this deck is the Six of Swords. So in this deck, the Afro Tarot Goddess deck by Andrea Furtick. It is my favorite deck. Nevertheless, some of you are going to be going on a journey. And what I'm hearing from Spirit, it is not a physical journey. It's really a journey within. It's a journey of reconnection to your inner being, your inner self, your divine self, your higher self, however you want to call it. You've been kind of delaying on this journey, kind of putting it off, but Spirit is really asking you to get back in touch with your higher self. You are the high priestess. You got Dana as your goddess card in this deck. You have divine knowledge. But what I'm hearing from Spirit is that you don't always utilize it. The Spirit is pulling on you to tune back in to what your higher self is saying and act accordingly. You also have the ability to help others by sharing the knowledge that you have. So don't feel like you're not equipped. You are equipped. You're going right now, the phase that you're in, you're choosing your path. Choosing your path. This is a Sacred Traveler deck. All is possible. By tuning in, tuning out the noise, and tuning into self, you will be able to better navigate. Sometimes the best eye always is the third eye. Your physical eyes are not going to show you the path that is set before you. So that's when you need to tune in to yourself and believe. Those dreams that you have, those desires that you have, you don't have those desires because the universe is playing with you. Remember, the universe holds no ill towards you, but you have to receive that and accept it for what it is. You're also getting into a phase where communication is going to be key. New moon in Gemini. Don't be double-sided in your communication. Be clear, be concise, and allow yourself to speak the way. Shh, shh. Close my door and be quiet, please. I have children in the house. Okay. So, but communication is going to be key, and you communicate. Close my door. And you communicating along this path. Also, this ties back to you being the high priestess, communicating that divine knowledge. People want to hear what you have to say, even though you may not believe that. They do want to hear what you have to say. Be clear and concise in your speech. You may be moving into a space where you're dealing with some financial issues. This doesn't mean that it necessarily means um, a negative aspect, because this reading is really targeting and thinking about tuning in. I think it's time to face the reality. First of all, understand that you are source. Your job, your hustles, your whatever else, those are not the sources of your abundance. Your abundance comes from within. So you need to tune back into that power. Also, sometimes you just need to take a good look at what you're really dealing with. And this is dealing with real life. We can't get so caught up in the world or in the spiritual that we forget we still live in a physical reality. We still have to have tangible items. We still have to utilize money as it is seen in the earth. So sometimes that means taking a hard look at what we're dealing with, what our debt looks like, and being real about it, but also understanding that money is energy. What's your energy saying? Is your energy saying, I'm poor? I ain't never gonna get out of this hole. I ain't never gonna have nothing. This is why you're experiencing that, if that's what you're saying. So be clear about it. What are you communicating with that money? Are you inviting or allowing yourself space to invite in more abundance into your life? More stability in your life. Sometimes it ain't even about making more money as it is managing the money that we have. So tune into that as well. Okay. So what herb would be beneficial for you right now? Nutmeg. Nutmeg is a herb of prosperity. So being that you had a financial card, finances, it's also a luck. So what you could do is get some nutmeg and put it in your pocket, carry with you. Put it in a little juju bag. There you go. Add a little nutmeg to your coffee or your tea. That's ways of utilizing nutmeg. It'll be beneficial for you right now if you chose group number one. Crystals, you got the protective crystals, smoky quartz, black tourmaline, obsidian, and onyx. When you are doing spiritual work, tuning in and doing more meditation, doing more astral traveling, you need to be protected. There are darker energies that want to attach to you, especially if you exuding a lot of light. So keep your little crystal in your pocket, sleep with it. That's how you will utilize those. The element that would be beneficial right now is fire. So that means dealing with, maybe you doing some sun gazing, maybe you doing a little candle magic, even just um sunbathing, not even gazing, but spending time in the sun, recharging those batteries, doing specific work at sunrise would be beneficial for you right now. And then as far as your spirit animal, you got the phoenix. Major transformation, major changes. With the phoenix, they never die. They die and they're always reborn. Some of you are going through a rebirth. Through this journey, you're going to be reborn into a new creature. More powerful, more magical, more beautiful than before. And lastly, your affirmation group number one is, I honor my sensuality. That really ties back to your fire element here. Out of sensuality, creativity is born, projects are born, all of these things. Tapping, that's a way of manifesting as well. Tuning into that sensuality. So what does that look like? That looks like maybe taking better care of your body, moving in your body, exercising that body, making sure that you are honoring those nudges. Putting on something sexy underneath your clothes, dressing in a way that makes you feel, yummy. Those are tapping into your sensuality, extenuating your inner beauty. That's a way of tapping in. All right. So, group number one, I hope you enjoyed your full moon in Pisces reading. I'm going to go on to group number two. All right, group two, let's see what we got going on. Excellent. All right. So, You guys have for your tarot, you have the Six of Pentacles. Some of you are doing a balancing act. You've achieved a certain level of success and you are enjoying it and you kind of feeding people and but don't get so caught up. What I'm hearing is don't get so caught up in the material. Don't get so caught up in being up here because what goes up, can come down. And then also, be secure in what be proud that you've achieved the things that you achieved. You worked hard. You deserve it. You deserve it. Okay. Your goddess is the White Terra. White Terra speaks about sensitivity. You in a space that you may be more, sensitive to harsh environments, toxic situations and conversations with people, gossip, all of that stuff is just not going to serve you right now because you're focusing on those goals and continuing on your path, right? So if you got people attached to you, have people in your life that always are talking negatively, bringing garbage, doing a lot of gossip, talking about who said this, like they always toting a bone. That's what I'm hearing, like toting a bone. You might want to distance yourself from those people. Also, just, environment doesn't always talk about a physical environment. So even looking at your social media, if the people that come up in your timeline, however the algorithm is, if it's things that is disturbing you, that are distracting you in a way that is not pleasing to your senses, unfollow them. And if it's that severe, unfriend them. You don't have to keep those people on your page. You don't have to do it, right? So distance yourself in ways and honor how you feel. If you feel a way, you are entitled to that. If it's bringing you down, make a decision to care for yourself and step off. You are moving into a space that you're overcoming obstacles, which ties up well with this Six of Pentacles. You can accomplish or overcome anything. Nothing is impossible. Get that into your senses. Nothing is impossible. And a lot of times, a way of looking at it is look back at your life at certain things that you have gone through. And in the time that you was in it, you probably was like, man, I don't see how. But look where you are. You got through it and you can get through this, anything that comes up, right? You also are in a time where it's take time to breathe out. A disseminated moon. That doesn't come up very often, but what I feel is dealing back to the sensitivity. Sometimes we just need to take a detox. Sometimes we just need to take a break. Sometimes we need to step off. Sometimes we need to be quiet. Sometimes we just can't answer the phone every time. And that's all well and good. You do what you need to do to take care of you. You're also moving into a phase of forgiveness. Maybe it is forgiving of yourself for things that maybe where you think you fell short or you did some things that just maybe made you feel like you lack integrity. We all make bad decisions sometimes. It doesn't take away from your worth. You still are worthy, right? But then maybe you are forgiving someone. Back to this sensitivity. Maybe, just because you step off, maybe somebody did something that harmed you. Um, Maybe because you've achieved this success, people talking about you now. But forgive them and keep on going. Now, in my opinion, everybody doesn't deserve forgiveness, but this card did come up. So I feel that that is going to clear some space for you to continue to receive. So whatever that grudge is that you've been holding on to, the spirit is saying it's time to let it go. Time to let it go, forgive, and keep on going, right? The element that would be beneficial for you to use right now is earth. Dealing in the work, like right now, working in the garden, getting you a new plant, um, spending time barefoot on the ground to ground yourself. Hugging a tree or touching, connecting to a tree would help you to feel more stable, balanced, grounded. Again, back to that sensitivity where you're so sensitive, maybe it's causing anxiety. Ground earth will help to pull you down and settle you and stabilize your emotions. The crystals that would be good for you right now are prosperity crystals. Again, back to your Six of Pentacles. So honey, calcite, amber, imperial topaz, and tiger's eye. Another thing about tiger's eye is that it's another grounding crystal. So carry tiger's eye with you. You can kill two birds with one stone. It's going to ground you, and also it brings prosperity into your life. Your spirit animal is the dragonfly. The dragonfly speaks about good luck. It also, deals with emotions. You know how dragonflies like zip, 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 zip. So that dragonfly is coming again for you to do some grounding work. Also, dragonflies represent purity. So purify your environment, the things that you consume. And consumption is not just food or drink. Consumption is what you take in with your eyes, what you listening to, what you allows yourself to come into your senses. That is all consumption. So monitor your consumption. And then you have camphor as the herb that will be beneficial. So camphor helps to improve health. It's also very cleansing, and it also will help with divination or for foretelling. And then your affirmation group number 2 is I honor my voice. I honor my voice. So speak up for yourself. Make it plain to people. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That is right and correct. If you don't take care of you, no one else will. Okay, so group number 2, I hope that has brought some clarity, maybe some peace of mind to you. All right, group number 3. Group number 3, what we got for you? Ooh. Okay, group number 3, baby. You got my card, honey. The High Priestess. Listen, you all, if you're not there yet, you're going to get there. You are going to be perfectly balanced between your dark and your light energies, which to me there is none, because we all about balance, baby. We got one foot in the spirit realm, one foot in the physical. We are dealing with magic, but we also dealing with metaphysics, but we also dealing with our physical reality. We are in tune and in touch with our intuition, because that is high mind, but we are also in tune with our conscious mind, and we're doing work with our subconscious mind. We are dealing with our sun, we are dealing with our moon. We just are all inclusive. We are just all way together. The High Priestess has a mastery level of the elements that are going to serve her best and highest good. So whether you're a man or woman, I'm talking about both of you, right? So that's where you are right now. Your goddess is Ishtar. So, High Priestess, you're going to learn to say no, set boundaries. You can love people and still tell them no. Not right now. No, I'm not going to be able to do that. Set healthy boundaries. Ishtar is reminding you, guess what? You cannot pour from an empty vessel. You can't give what you don't have. And if you continue to do what you're doing, you're going to run out. And then you're going to be depleted. Self-preservation is the first law. So don't forget. Your cycles right now, cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. You need to take more spiritual baths. Group number 3. Spirit is saying it's time for you to get back to nature. Definitely increase the amount of spiritual baths. If you are a high priestess and you dealing with a lot of metaphysical spiritual things, you going beyond the veil, honey. Them baths better be in place. Because you carrying all this excess, all this residual. You gotta cleanse that aura. You gotta keep your body temple intact and in order. Next phase, you're dealing with new moon and Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. When you are in tune, when your high mind is guiding you, prosperity ain't got no choice but to follow. Because you know how to manifest. You know how you manifest. So you are in touch with that aspect. So you know how to call things out of thin air. So if it look a little shaky, baby, don't worry. Prosperity lies ahead. Your life cycle right now, you're dealing with emotions. Now back to Ishtar. Hmm. You're not setting healthy boundaries, so maybe you're dealing with a lot of emotional upheaval. With this full moon in Pisces, Pisces is ruled by Neptune. So those feelings that you kind of hide away and don't show the world, they're beating your ass right now, and you're gonna have to deal with them. Um, but how can we deal with them? What can we do? First of all, acknowledgement, it goes a long way. So acknowledge how you feeling. It's nothing wrong with that, right? Allow yourself space to feel. Denying it is not dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like something rotten. You can put it to the bottom of the trash in your house, but guess what? That rotten smell is still gonna permeate until you take it out. You got to deal with it. So stop quelling it, pushing it down, compartmentalizing it. Because because you throw it in the recesses of your mind and that backfire back in, it doesn't mean that it's gone. So you got to deal with those emotions. And then taking spiritual baths will help you to replenish yourself and release. Acknowledgement and release. You got to let it go. Maybe you need to take a good ass cry. That's a cleansing. Just crying. Okay? The element that will be beneficial for you is air. So burning particular incense, like sandalwood takes me somewhere else. It's something about that scent. I used to burn lavender all the time. All I would buy is lavender, 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 right? And one day I was like, I want something different. I need something different, something that's gonna ground me. That sandalwood baby puts me somewhere else. I mean, literally. So incense will be good for you right now. Dealing with feathers or being cognizant of the feathers. Anytime you find a feather just out, like you just walk in and all of a sudden you walk upon a feather, that is a sign your spirit guides are communicating with you. So collect the feather, take it with you. And air signs and the element air deals with your mind. So again, tuning in to that high mind. The crystals that would be beneficial are spiritual growth crystals, amethyst, fluorite, moonstone, and selenite. And I actually have a big selenite right here that I keep close. See that? That's selenite. Moonstone, just another FYI for people. Moonstone is good for women when they're on a cycle as well. It'll help balance those energies. So carry a little moonstone with you. Meditate with the moonstone on your womb. It's good for you. All right. The spirit animal that has come up for group number 3 is the raven. Ravens carry spiritual messages. Now you got an air sign, then you got a bird for your spirit guide. That's perfect. Ravens fly between the physical and the spiritual. So they bring messages with them. Clarity, they will get you clear, highly intuitive, and ravens remind us to be authentic. Show up as our authentic selves, no matter how weird we are. And then our herb or plant is the weeping willow. And weeping willows also are highly spirit. They're very spiritual trees. All trees are spirit. But weeping willows, in my opinion, a lot of spirits like to dwell around them. Um, they just whisper to you. So spend some time at a weeping willow if there's some in your area. Or you can just meditate with like the image of the weeping willow. Ask the willow what it wants to tell you. As a way. I actually had a reading with a great client that has been my client for years now, not long ago for her birthday. And her tree or herb was the weeping willow, and she actually has a willow tattoo on her thigh. That was just absolutely perfect. But that's spirit for you. Perfect. Your affirmation group number 3 is right in line with being high priestess, your spiritual growth crystals, all these things. And it is, I trust my intuition. So maybe you don't feel like you are high priestess. Maybe you like, I ain't there yet. Guess what? You're never gonna think you're there. You're never gonna get there. It's always One thing I know about this journey, as far as spirituality is concerned, you never learn everything. There's always so much more to uncover and unearth and work on. We're always seeking growth. We're always seeking knowledge. And we're always seeing new ways of applying knowledge. So you never arrive. You never get there. There is no there. It is a journey. It is a continual journey. And even not even just from year to year, from lifetime to lifetime. It is a journey. Some of us are remembering what we forgot. Some of us are just new souls, and this is our first time out. Some of us are learning new and pulling from the old, all at the same time. And all of it is honorable, all of it is beautiful, all of us are worthy. But you just have to want it. You have to desire it in order. It doesn't just show up. Now, granted, gifts, spiritual gifts do, but we still have to do the work. I was given a divination, but even from a child, I knew that I knew certain things, that I could feel the energy of people. I could feel their pain. I could relate, even if I hadn't been in their at like exact situation, I just had an ability to pick up on. My psychic ability lies in my body. I pick up psychically from people's bodies. I pick it up. I just feel it. I know it. Um, and this is not bragging or boasting. However, just because I know that there are other gifts that lie in myself that I'm still developing. I'm still working on. I'm still pushing myself to be the best. Best me though. Not the best anybody, the best me. The best person that I can be in this particular life cycle, and to honor the gifts that have been given to me, to move with the highest level of integrity. That is how I feel it is me. I'm honoring my gift in that way, right? So anyway, I just want to throw that in there. I don't want to get too preachy because I can talk about this stuff all day, all night. Anywho, I hope you all have enjoyed that reading. I am still on my so-called sabbatical from social media, but I'm enjoying the time. I am absolutely thorough. I didn't think that I was going to. I'm gonna be real with you. And I probably lost some followers, because if you ain't giving, a lot of time people will get missing, and that's fine. Because those that are meant to be there will be there when I get back, and they'll be happy to see me, and that's how, and that's the way it should be. But we have to learn when it's time to step off. That part of that reading that I did a while ago was speaking to me too, which is why I did it. Uh, we have to honor the cycles of our lives. Sometimes we just have to take a break, you know what I'm saying, and honor who we are and our time and reclaim our time. So anyway, but I felt inclined. Spirit was like, just go ahead and do a little full moon reading. I haven't done a reading on this channel for a long time. And so I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to give to my little bit of people, my little tribe here on YouTube, and maybe people from other platforms will come over here, being that I'm not showing up over there right now. If they don't, it's still all good. Somebody gonna get something from something that I do. And that is the purpose, to give. So anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed it. I certainly have enjoyed myself. I love you all so much. And I'll be back with another check-in before you know it. Other than that, you guys take care. Until the next time, sending you all an abundance of peace, love, light, and always balance. This has been Ashaki, your divine soul sister. I holla.